again, and this is not in your textbook, is to change the whole number to a fraction over 1. So our problem is 8 times 3/4. So what our first step will be to do is we're going to take this whole number and make it over 1. 8 over 1 is the same as saying 8, and then we're going to multiply it by 3/4. So our first step is to take whatever whole number this is, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, doesn't matter, put it over 1 and multiply it by the fraction that was given. Your second step then will be to multiply the numerators. So step 2, put down to multiply the numerators. So back up here, our numerators are 8 and 3, so 8 times 3 is 24. That's our second step. Our third step will be to multiply the denominators. Step 3, multiply the denominators. And our denominators are 1 and 4, so 1 times 4 is 4. So my fraction at this point is 24/4. And our last and final step will be divide the numerator by the denominator again. Step 4 will be to divide the numerator by the denominator. So again here, 24 divided by 4 equals 6. And that is our second way of finding how to multiply fractions by whole numbers. At this point, you can pause or stop, and if there are any questions, please write them down now. Okay, this will move us into our last and final step and the picture on the top of page 279. They show you how you can use a picture to understand multiplying, then dividing. It says to find 3/4 of 8, you can divide first and then multiply. Again, I'm at the top of page 279 where the oranges are. You will see that they have made, they put 8 oranges because the number of oranges is out of 8, and they have put them into groups. You will see that 3 of them are circled to represent 3 out of the 4. So 3/4 of 8. And then they put there in a little think box, 1/4 of 8 is 2. So 2 oranges are in that group. And then they say, so 3/4 of 8 could equal 3 times 2, or 6. It says down at the bottom, remember that 3/4 of 8 means 3/4 times 8. So 3/4 times 8 is equal to 6. Again, that is another way you can show it. If it helps you better with understanding, to go ahead and draw a picture. The key to remember on this last step is that the word of means to multiply. So if you could put that just final thing underneath your last things, put a little star to put the word of means to multiply. And that is your lesson for today. Again, the 2 things that we can do to multiply whole numbers and fractions are to use repeated addition and or to multiply first and then divide. What? Oh, yes. Before we leave, yes. At this point again, too, if you have any questions, and then I need you to try for me guided practice numbers 1 through 6. Again, in your spiral, guided practice 1 through 6, and please bring back any questions.